And 3-1 last night. Norfolk, of course, a good hockey team in their sixth season working with the Chicago Blackhawks. The Penguins, though, lead the all-time series 28-17, 3 ties and 2 overtime losses. Kenny Karup comes to center with Daniel Carcillo and Colby Armstrong, Noah Welch, and Chris Kelleher. It looks like Colin Fraser and Daniel Carcillo are going to fight right off the face-off. Helmets are off, gloves are on the ice. Here we go. It took 2 seconds. Fraser and Carcillo are on the center ice dot, and it's on like Donkey Kong. Fraser takes a hard right from Carcillo. Fraser comes right back. Carcillo very aggressive. These guys fought. Down goes Fraser. Down goes Fraser. Down goes Fraser. What a hit by Daniel Carcillo. Ripped him around like a rag doll, threw him to the ice, and bopped him right on the forehead. Daniel Carcillo sets the tone early. A standing ovation from the crowd. Give Fraser credit for showing up. Daniel Carcillo earlier in the season in Norfolk fought Colin Fraser and did similar damage. So Daniel Carcillo, he just doesn't lose. I'm not saying he's fighting the biggest guys. Now it'll be interesting to see if Dennis Bonvie comes out. David Kochi's coming out with Mike Brown coming over. So let's hang on to your hats. Kochi's coming out to play left wing. Brown is at center, and this should be good. So here we go. Are Brown and Kochi going to go off the hop?
Time of the penalties, 2 seconds.
Brown and Kochi talking about it. And here we go. Kochi and Brown. Norfolk wants to come back, sending a message from last night. Brown's helmet is off. Kochi's helmet is off. Oh, Kochi's throwing some big rights. Brown has the uppercuts going. They're very close to one another, fighting right in front of the Norfolk bench. Brown is very strong on his skates. Kochi's a couple of inches taller, and Brown gets Kochi down. It was more like they lost their balance. It wasn't so much that it was from a punch. And now Coach Terrian getting into it with Mike Haviland. Haviland and Terrian. Now Bonvie's going to come out. And Bonvie and Coach Terrian says, okay, who are you going to send out next? Bonvie's waiting for any comers. We have been here for 10 seconds, and we've had 2 big fights. The referee tonight is Chris Shamaga. Norfolk had no answers from the Penguins in their own building. Now they're trying to come out with the rough stuff. Coach Terrian is not happy. And now Dennis Bonvie is out there. Let's see who Norfolk has left in the tank. The Penguins remind me so much of the New York Islanders from the early 80s. You can play any style. And Mike Haviland is getting into it with Coach Terrian now. They're yelling. Terrian is just staring him down. I don't know if Mike Haviland knows the story of when Coach Terrian beat up one of the coaches in the Quebec League under the stands after a game not too long ago.
Penguins number 3, David Kochi, 5 minutes each for fighting. Time of the penalties, 10 seconds.
So we've had 2 fights in 10 seconds, and Bonvie's out there looking for anybody, and no one's going to go near Bonvie. So Norfolk's plan is pretty much scrapped at this point. Dennis comes out, good kick play, and Quentin Lang takes a run at Bonvie. That could lead to something else. Penguins have really done a good job, and much like Philadelphia and Bonvie, nice hit on Jimmy Henkel. Nobody's doing a thing to Bonvie. Colby Armstrong, nice tap steal. Noah Welch backs up. Admirals coming out aggressive. Kelleher up the boards. Kenny Karup chips one free and out of the zone. Lang skating around. Bonvie's trying to go. Quentin Lang will want. Oh, and Lang drops the gloves. And Bonvie just pops Quentin Lang right in the kisser. Lang comes back, and he may be in over his head. Quentin Lang is going to hang on if he can. Bonvie's got a lot more experience, the most penalized man in the history of the American Hockey League, and he's got Quentin Lang tied up like a pretzel. Nice left. Oh, Bonvie is just playing a tune on Quentin Lang's forehead. He goes over like a bowling pin. Let's hope he's okay. He's up on his feet, seems to have it. Dennis just put on a boxing exhibition, looks over at the Norfolk bench and says, who's next? I don't think anybody is. Great show by the Penguins responding to the rough stuff. We have not had a game like this all season, and now we have one tonight. If I'm Norfolk, they've got nothing to lose. You look at their record, just 6 wins through 15 starts. Maybe this is a chance to try something new. Carcillo and Fraser dropped the gloves 2 seconds in, and we have just had all kinds of wild stuff in these opening minutes of play. Back Wilkes-Barre, Michelle will let a nice open ice hit on Marty Barrett. Penguins come away with the puck. Ryan Lannon, quick wing pass to Sorovi. Sorovi tried a soft give to Matt Hussey. Hussey comes up on Steve Munn. Hussey with a tremendous speed advantage there. That could be good. Nasreddine wings a shot wide on purpose. Good tap give to Willette. Hussey open in front. Willette tried to center the puck, couldn't do it. Unfortunately, referee got in the way, but then Willette was tripped. Delayed call. Hussey keeps it alive. Extra attacker is on the ice. Nasreddine, hard shot, went right through the legs of Willette on the rebound. Penguins getting some free power play time with no goaltender in their own net as they're on a delayed attack call. Norfolk's going to take a tripping call. Nasreddine with a terrific wrist shot and a very nice save by Corey Crawford. This will be the first power play of the hockey game. Norfolk had an trip, so to speak. This will come at 4:54 of the first period, and the guilty party is going to be Steve Munn. I like that Hussey on Munn matchup in terms of general speed and talent. Hussey, one of the higher skilled guys in the entire league, let's face it. And he has really played well this year.
For tripping, time of the penalty, 4:54. That's Norfolk's Munn, 2 minutes for.
So the Penguins go on a Red Robin lucky power play. Leanne McDermott of 44 is going to be our lucky contestant. If and when the Penguins get a first period power play goal, Leanne will get a dining certificate from Red Robin. Hussey had a nice keep in, but then turned the puck over. Here's Norfolk, very aggressive. A 2-on-1 shorthanded Sabrin, a nice save. Penguins should come out of this with a possible rush. Hussey was very slow to react on that breakback. Remember, he is not a defenseman. He's a forward who plays the point, and he almost got burned there. Here's Hussey leading a rush, gets the blue line, trying to create some separation. Hussey takes it deep, chips it behind the net to Filowich. Good lift pass to Stone. Stone up the boards to Chris Kelleher. Kelleher across the way to Hussey, far right point. It comes back to Kelleher. Chris waits. Good give to Armstrong. Left wing hash marks. Armstrong back to Kelleher. Kelleher fakes a shot, gives it to Colby. Good puck movement by the Penguins. Kelleher, a wrist shot, just went wide. Stone might have tipped that one. Stone gets the rebound to Hussey. Hussey looking for Kelleher. Hussey, good spinorama around Jason Morgan. Hussey takes his time, winds up. Good lift pass to Kelleher. Fakes it down low to Armstrong. Good coverage by Norfolk. They're giving the Penguins the perimeter. Penguins are trying to attack down low along the goal line. Kelleher waiting, had a chance to shoot. Now he fires a wrister, just knocked away that time by Corey Crawford, and a good clear by the Admirals. Excellent passing, good patience by Wilkes-Barre. The Admirals not giving the Penguins much in front. 31 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Nasreddine in his own blue line. His lead pass is not a good one as Milan Bardovic steals it, shoots it all the way down. A very aggressive Andy Hilbert, 4 checks for the Admirals. 18 seconds to go. Nasreddine in his own blue line. Comes to center, shoots it in. This will not be icing. Crawford plays one up the boards. It's knocked down quickly. Stolen by the Penguins. Karup works it to Nasreddine. Good keep in. Welch back to Nasreddine. Nasreddine's wrist shot is blocked in front. So Nasreddine trying to generate some good shots. Couldn't do it. Good coverage by Norfolk. They gave the Penguins everything on the outside, but nothing in the middle. Here's Sorovi walking in deep. Even strength hockey. Sorovi, a centering pass. Andy Schneider's going to have to back up. He had a notion to reach in. Wisniewski joins the offensive rush. Norfolk is onside. Rolling puck. Nice job by Ryan Lannon to take an angle. Sorovi back checks, but Henkel steals right in front. Missing the far post was Nathan Barrett. He thought he was going to be gravy there. Quick shot high and wide. Willette, a puck he should have gotten out of the zone. 12 and a half minutes to go in the first period. Norfolk with a chance. Deflected shot. Never did get on goal. Schneider battles hard with Henkel. Schneider wins that battle. Flips one up. Norfolk will have to tag up, and the Admirals flip it in deep. Penguins have a breakout pass. Moving along. Steven Dixon looking for an outlet. Good feed by Lannon. Dixon chips one in. Armstrong pursues with Guillaume Lefebvre. Good hit by Armstrong on Barenka, who kind of bailed out on the play. Barenka is a big kid but does not play overly physical. Here's Barenka. Good feed. He's got a hard shot. He's a pretty good mover of the puck. He and Anton Babchuk, 2 of the early round draft picks. Norfolk, in fact, has 6 first or second rounders in uniform tonight. The Penguins have 3. Here's Armstrong, chips one up the boards. It goes to Lefebvre. This could be good. Lefebvre and Dixon have a 2-on-1. Lefebvre, right wing, walking in, backdoor. Here's Noah Welch coming through, and then the net came off the moorings. This gets the hang of it. He shoots it all the way down, and it's in the no-touch zone, so goaltender Corey Crawford cannot make the play. Crawford is 6'2", 180 pounds, 20 years old, out of Montreal, Quebec. 4 minutes to go in the period. Dixon is out of the box. That time, Cochie's pass was almost stolen right in front. Good heavens, Cochie's got to be more careful. Nice hit by Andy Schneider. He and Lang banging around. Lang looks like he gets up. Schneider really throwing his weight around. Lang and Schneider having a little love affair. And now Lang comes up with a cross-check, no call. Schneider really attracting some attention. David Cochie up the boards. That's what you want from David Cochie. Just get rid of it. This will be an icing call if the Penguins touch it first. Schneider comes along, and now we'll have a whistle. I think Norfolk is arguing the Penguins did not touch the puck. A little bit of rough stuff after the whistle. Cochie's out there, Schneider. Lang didn't like the fact that Schneider was running his show physically. And now Lang and Schneider trying to get separated. It looks like Cochie, and that's Brown. Brown and Cochie getting separated. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll calm things down. We have no score in the first period. The Penguins and the Admirals on for the first time lost his way, but if you're a goalie and you get in front of the shot, that's going to be okay. David Cochie behind his own net. Penguins now up to 10 shots on goal. They had just 4 in the first period, so they're getting credited with some extras. Jonathan Filowich skating hard down the left wing side. Good intercept by Michael Barinka. Norfolk works with the Chicago Blackhawks. They wear the red jerseys, black pants, and red socks. No team captain A.J. Baines. He has missed the last few games with a knee injury. Dusty Bufflin was also a scratch as Norfolk tries to get their lineup squared away. Filowich coming along. The Penguins made one change. Andy Schneider is in. Paul Bissonnette is out. Sabbert and Fleury switch places as starter and backup from last night. Here's Ryan Stone. Penalty coming up, it looks like, on Norfolk for a hook. 17 minutes and 30 seconds remain in the middle period. The Penguins continuing to battle on. Very good start to this period as Norfolk has now taken its third minor penalty in a row, and this is the first full power play of period 2. Exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the middle stanza. Michael Barinka is going off again. Penguins will get a power play. Our second period Red Robin lucky power play contestant is Caitlin Fritzges of Trucksville. So, Caitlin, if the Penguins get a power play goal in this second period, you're going to get a dining certificate from Red Robin. Matt Hussey back to Chris Kelleher, center point. Penguins are skating from left to right on a 5-on-4 power play. Kelleher, center point, across to Hussey. Good defense by Norfolk. The Penguins have had the perimeter all night. They're not getting much between the circles. Kelleher jams a shot. It bounces back to Sorovi. Excellent positioning by Corey Crawford. He's looked terrific tonight. Really made a bunch of good saves. Hussey has to go back for it. The puck zips down on that fresh ice, as you can imagine. Sabrin banks one behind the net. Kelleher will go back to Matt Hussey. This is where Hussey really likes to crank it up. Good skate by Hussey. Blows by Jimmy Henkel. Willette cuts to the net. Here's Hussey trying to feed it in front. Good coverage by Norfolk. They are not letting the Penguins get to the net. Hussey trying to lift a pass. Here's a good one to Carcillo. Left wing Zamboni corner. Carcillo tried to roll one in front. Hussey gets a shot from Willette. It's deflected high and wide. Rebound stays in the Penguins' favor. Carcillo bounces traffic. Down low, Sorovi a shot. Crawford another save. Wow, is Corey Crawford looking good in the net. Here's Willette. He cuts in deep. Quick shot. He scores! Wow. You are looking at maybe the best sniper in the American Hockey League right now. Michel Willette gets his team high 10th of the year. It's a power play goal right when Crawford was really stemming the Penguins' tide, coming in waves. Willette dances through the left wing face-off circle, snaps off a rocket, and it goes right to the glove-high shelf. And it's 1-0 Penguins, a power play goal. And with that tally, Caitlin Fritzges of Trucksville has just won on the Red Robin Lucky power play. Ryan Stone is going to serve it. Penguins are going to get a bench minor, probably for too many. Norfolk 5-on-3 power play. Biggest moment of the hockey game here. Norfolk's onside. Wisniewski sharing it along. Here's Carl Corazzini. Nice give and go. Hard slap shot. Big save by Sabourin.
At 14:02.
So that penalty was for too many men, as we expected. And Sabourin, who has quietly gone about his business, really made a nice save. Shots are dead even now at 14-14. Penguins lead at 1-0. Norfolk has the big offensive face-off with a 5-on-3 power play with 22 seconds to go. This is the way the Admirals would like to strike, of course. Penguins send out Kelleher, Armstrong, and Nasreddine. Sabourin is the man between the pipes. Norfolk wins a face-off clean. This could be trouble. Babchuk left point across to Wisniewski. Babchuk looking for room. Wisniewski across the way. Norfolk a redirect. Nice save by Sabourin. Nasreddine cross-checked his man, who conveniently fell on top of Danny Sabourin. That killed off 12 seconds. Hussey comes back in 10. It is crucial now for the Penguins at a minimum to at least tie this face-off. If they can win it, they can clear it. But if they lose it, Norfolk is almost certain to get a good scoring chance here. Norfolk wants to win the draw and move it. They've got 10 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. After the 10 seconds are up, they'll still have 1:21. Norfolk wins the face-off clean. Babchuk fans on the shot. Big chance for Noah Welch. He comes along calmly, slowly steps up to center. Now he zips one in hard. Noah Welch helps out, and Hussey is fresh out of the penalty box. Still a power play for the Admirals. They're onside. Morgan working with Matt Keith. Keith, the give and go to Morgan. Far right wing side, Barrett to Wisniewski. Off his skates, keeps it onside. Wisniewski, center point under pressure from Hussey out of the box. Babchuk, good feed. Stepping up, tip shot, blocked in front by Nasreddine. Nudged away by Hussey. And Hussey, very smart, comes around, fires at the length of the ice. That's some fine penalty killing by Matt Hussey and Elaine Nasreddine. 48 seconds to go on Norfolk's power play. They try a give and go break. It's Matt Keith. Morgan forced to keep it onside. Babchuk hammers one in. Admirals play some go and get it hockey. Guillaume Lefebvre getting his nose dirty. Noah Welch should have a chance to clear. Welch up the boards. It went off the back leg of Dixon and all the way down. Now there's only 28 seconds to go. Little bit of a collision between Lefebvre and Crawford. Referee says play on. Barinka ahead to Andy Hilbert, who can move but isn't quite up to regular season form. Just his second game. Now Sabourin gets a nice tie-up. 16 seconds left and a chance for the Penguins to try to kill it off. The face-offs now are taking a little bit of a Norfolk flavor. Unofficially, you have 22-18. And I know Norfolk's won a couple of these offensive draws during the power play time. 4:14 to go in the second period. 1-0 Penguins. Michel will add a power play goal from Hussey and Sorovi. Norfolk on a power play. Admirals don't get the face-off, but the Penguins can't clear. Here's a shot. Good save by Sabourin with 9 seconds left on the bench minor for too many men on the ice against the Penguins. Sabourin, by the way, has been terrific now. He's a perfect 16 for 16 on saves. Nasreddine, Lannon, Ouellette, and Dixon. Dixon usually does a pretty good job on the draw. Milan Bardovich, and Dixon gets that one. Banks went off the board, sends it down. That will do it on the Penguins penalty. And a nice job by Wilkes-Barre to get out of a dangerous 5-on-3 hole by Ryan Lannon. Nasreddine battles as well. Naz is really playing hard tonight. Good hit by Lannon, getting in the way. Norfolk is not having an easy path to the Penguins' net. Now here's Ouellette ahead. Carcillo's in a foot race against Wisniewski, shorthanded. Carcillo takes it deep. Carcillo coming back. No penalty on Wisniewski. Good heavens, it looked like Carcillo was being hooked, but that was some super effort by Daniel Carcillo, one of the top rookies. And now we're going to have a penalty on Norfolk for interference. Matt Keith tried to get away with one there. There's your chance for the makeup call, which is exactly what you have. And a quick peek at the score sheet shows 6 penalties going for power plays against each side. They've been coming in bunches for each side, and that time Norfolk got away with one that you're just not allowed to do. 16:56 is the time of the call. There's 1:12 left on Sorovi's call, and Keith is almost certain to get called for interference. They might say it was tripping, but it was against the rules. Admirals have outshot the Penguins 15-14. Ouellette has the only goal in the game.
2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 16:56. That's Norfolk's Keith. 2 minutes interference.
So now the Penguins will skate 4-on-4 for the next minute, and then they'll have a brief power play. That should last for 48 seconds if nothing else happens. Karup, soft lob. Armstrong will chase. Barinka throws down Armstrong, and that's an obvious interference, and Barinka's going to get called. So Barinka tonight has now taken 3 minors. So this is very good. Maybe, Norfolk, again, you haven't seen much from Brian Lee in terms of ice time. You haven't seen much from Kuiper in terms of ice time. They're pretty much rolling Munn, Barinka, Babchuk, and, of course, Wisniewski, who plays the most. But this was an obvious penalty against Norfolk at 17-15, and now the Penguins will have a power play of 4-on-3 for the next 53 seconds. Then they'll have a 5-on-3.
Time of the penalty, 17-15.
For 48
That's
seconds.
Barinka.
Norfolk wins a big face-off. Nice fake that time by Kuiper. And you've got Barinka, one of the 4 top D-men in Norfolk's rotation in the box, so somebody's going to have to come out and play. They have Munn and Kuiper. Babchuk is more of an offensive guy. Here's Filowich leading the charge. Filowich takes it deep, wins a race, knocks it along, taps it to Stone. Stone leaves it back behind the net. Filowich out to the point. Kelleher and Hussey share it 4-on-3. Here's Kelleher walking in deep, wants to get it to Hussey. Hussey's got that great shot. There's a shot by Hussey, rolling along, backhand goal! Ryan Stone! Ryan Stone getting his nose dirty, puts the rock in the net. And for Stone, that is his 4th goal of the season. Great job by Hussey to just fire a shot on net. In this game with 17 seconds to go on the Sarovi penalty, so Norfolk will get 1 guy back. This comes at 17:51, and the Penguins have opened up a multiple goal lead, and we're having some fun now. Neil Carcillo had a breakaway, and Danny Sabourin held his ground on a Norfolk breakaway earlier as well with a shot missed the net. Matt Keith was the man in charge. Noah Welch steps up. Norfolk's moving quickly. They like to play that aggressive forecheck game, especially down by 2 goals. They'll pinch and take some chances. Penguins may get some odd man rushes like this. Here's Armstrong with Carcillo, 2-on-1. Carcillo shot, big save by Corey Crawford. Great pass from Armstrong. Nice job by Carcillo to contain it. And Corey Crawford makes another big save. Crawford may not be one of the stars of the game when we do the final voting. We'll see what the final score is, but he has really been a difference maker in that Norfolk net tonight, looking good. Penguins on 80s night have their Pittsburgh mid-80s uniforms on, if you will. White jerseys, black name and numbers, the yellow gold, kind of like you picture Mario. Chance. The Penguins are 2 for 7 tonight, so the Penguins are 4 for 15 on the weekend against Norfolk, while the Admirals are 0 for 14, working on their 15th. Those 4 goals, obviously the difference in the 2 games so far. Face off to the right of Sabourin. 11:42 to go in the 3rd period. 2-0, Penguins on 80s night. Penguins looking to continue on this torrid start. Andy Hilbert, a wrist shot through a screen, backdoor play, good kick save by Sabourin, may have been deflected in front. Penguins just continue to hack and battle. Norfolk doesn't give up or go away. Kochi golfs one into the near corner. Willette on the backhander tries to loop it out. Hilbert, a nice keep in. 10 seconds left for Norfolk as they work a power play. Hilbert peels it off the near side boards, across to Babchuk. Back to Hilbert, shot on the go, deflects wide, and it's a goal for Norfolk. Batting it out of thin air. And right when the penalty had expired, Norfolk gets a huge goal with 11 minutes and 12 seconds to play. So Admirals are on the board. I don't know if this will be a power play goal or not. Let's see. No, this is not a power play goal because 2 minutes went by exactly from the time it went out. So this is not, I don't believe, a power play goal. We'll try to get him.
5, 4. You're on.
We missed a goal in the commercial. Norfolk on a forecheck. They had it going. It was a strange deflection, and now the Admirals have tied the game up at 2 with 5:58 to go. I'm not exactly sure how that got in, but the Admirals have scored 2 unanswered goals. This one comes at 14:02. So Norfolk has 2 goals about 6 minutes apart. And now we're going to have another goal tonight. It's either going to come in regulation, in overtime, or a shootout. But give the Admirals credit. They have battled back. They have outshot. Let's see, the Penguins have only allowed 5 shots in the period, but Norfolk has scored twice.
Number 18, Nathan Barrett, his 4th of the season. Assistant number 25, Nick Kuiper. Time of the goal, 14:02. Norfolk.
So now we go back to square. The Penguins aren't going to be playing defensive now. It's back to who's going to get the next goal. Wilkes-Barre has been super clutch all season long. They have not blown a third period lead, obviously, because they haven't lost in regulation yet. Here's Norfolk, a slap shot. Sabrin, a nice save. So this game looks so encouraging with about 10 minutes to go. It was 2-0 Penguins. The defense was good ever since the Norfolk goal that made it 2-1 when the penalty expired. We are looking like we're heading for overtime, but nothing is ever guaranteed. Welch tries to drill a pass. This will be icing waved off. Willett in a race against Steve Munn. Good hit by Munn, but Willett tries to tap it free. Now it's Sarovi, keeps the feet chugging along. Sarovi back to Kelleher. Kelleher shot through a screen. Crawford had it. Willett tried to knock his man away. Penalty coming up. It looks like it's going to be a power play for Wilkes-Barre with 10 seconds to go. A cross-checking call on Norfolk. Very, very good job. Carcillo, Stone, Filowich, Welch, and Kelleher. Stone's trying to win the draw clean. Stone wins it clean. Welch walking in, takes his time, tries to slip it down. 4 seconds to go. Pass in front. Filowich chops at it, just missed the net. Oh my goodness. We're going to overtime, but tender Corey Crawford. Kelleher had his pocket picked. Norfolk has a 2-on-2 shorthanded slap shot. Sabrin, an easy glove save. Penguins got to get it together. Here comes Kelleher leading a counterattack. Sarovi with some open ice. Goes down the right wing side. The Penguins shoot it deep. Crawford, nice job to play it himself. It's knocked down temporarily. Kelleher has Hussey open. Kelleher settles the puck down to Hussey. Back and forth they share it. 4-on-3. Wearing white, skating from right to left. Hussey has it, left point, down low to Willett. Penguins want a shot. Hussey taking his time. Kelleher on the go. He scores! Chris Kelleher to the top of the net. In overtime, the Penguins get the goal. I don't know if it was Chris Kelleher or not. I'm assuming it was, as he just lit the lamp in grand fashion. The Penguins do the job, and they win the hockey game with a slap shot from Chris Kelleher. I don't know if it was tipped in by Sarovi or not, but with just 40 seconds played into overtime,